coffee mug, said no teacher ever come the holidays. I have the perfect gift for teachers. We are going to make coffee cozies. And we're using this mug because it's this most similar size I have at home. But this will fit any coffee cup, no matter what coffee shop you go to. The cardboard cups, you know, and then you get the sleeves that pop over. Let's make their own and slip a gift card in there. And you will no longer be known as the parent who only gives coffee mugs. The next time you go to a coffee shop, save the sleeve. That is how you get the template, you guys. This is the template I traced on to the cutting boards that I got. And you'll see it's slightly curved up. So I put a little arrow at the top of mine. The only stitch you'll see is for the button. So if you want it quilted, go ahead, quilt it. If you don't, then no. And today we are going to do a Christmas themed one because how cute is that fabric? This is my lining. So what we'll need to do is, this is the elastic I'm going to try today. Let's find the end of it. Or not. We will just cut each other. We will make our own start. And I'm just going to cut off a small chunk. So we're going to actually take this apart. And what I like to do is, I like to take this elastic. You're going to face your loop in. Because remember, we are sewing around. So we will be flipping it out. And I like to tack it down before I start sewing. So just make yourself a little loop. And depending on the size of your button, your loop may have to be smaller or bigger, right? Because you need to be able to get through there. So I just went over a couple of times. Remember, there's going to be a lot of pulling on here, so you want to make sure that that is securely attached. Go ahead and put your lining piece back over. Remember, it's supposed to There we go. One way fits and one way it doesn't. You're supposed to have that little extra piece of fabric. That just makes turning it a little neater. So you want to make sure that these are the tails sticking out. And when we're done sewing around, we can trim those off. So remember, we're going to go from about here, go all the way up, all the way around, and leave our gap for opening. So this is kind of also a little visual reminder that we need to leave a gap for turning it. So we need to attach the button. I hand stitch on, and so I'm going with red so that everything is disguised on the back side. So I just use some embroidery floss, not with the knot. So I'm going to go ahead, thread my needle, and then I will show you how to measure where your button goes. So how is it that we know where our button goes? I'm only going to pull mine out part of the way because this is not a traditional size coffee mug. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to like faux place it on here and pop a pin in. Very carefully slide it off, pop my pin through. And now I know where my button goes. And so what I would do is, you're going to start at the back anyways, because that's where your knot's going to be. And you're almost just going exactly where you popped that first pin in for putting it where it belongs. Pop that out. And we want to, so when I do my buttons, always crisscross when I apply them on. And so when I pull it through, I'm going to knot it the first time. And then we know we have a good secure knot. So once, and then like a standard knot. You're just going to wrap it around once and twice and snug that down. So now we have the one crisscross done. And all you're going to do is, it's kind of guessing on where you need your needle to go through next. Just don't get your fingers. So pop it up. Down. And the reason I didn't cut that string is I'm going to use that string to knot that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more X to make sure that that button is secured.